Donna Dawn. Thank you so much for tuning in. Oh, I'm wearing the same outfit. You know why? Well, we're picking up where we left off from last time. So we were going to do this wonderful cupcake painting. I don't think it's cupcakes. I forgot. I put pastries on the back. I'm looking at it right now. Mark your stuff when you do it. Name it. When you name your artwork, a lot of people are like, Seashore at Dusk. And it's like, yeah, that sounds really fancy and everything, but literally name it what it is of. You know, Maine Lighthouse in Noble Light. Tell it what it is. Then you'll remember it a little bit better, okay? Instead of making it try to sound all fancy and cool, I always name my paintings whatever it is. Cupcake on table, hydrangeas with glasses next to them, house with pot, just whatever it is, okay? You can tell this back problem is bothering me too. So if there's any doctors out there that think they can shoot me up with something that will work, something that goes in here, not here. Just kidding. Yeah, but I need it. I need it. Okay, so here's where we left off. Ready? We were starting off with the little tins, okay? You gotta go step by step here, baby steps. Okay, I've not gotten to the pastry bag yet. The pastry bag is, I bought $5.99, Joann's Fabrics, and I bought 6 of these, okay? I mean, it almost looks like a bra. Good God. Remember when Madonna had these things on? She had 2 of them. One here, one there. Oh, it was crazy. Yeah, those performers. Oh, my God. So this is the pastry bag. And instead of trying to make it look like you know what you're doing to paint whipped cream, well, guess what? If you don't know what you're doing, there you go. You don't have to know how to paint whipped cream. Now, when you go and you see an artist that can paint whipped cream and make it look that real, well, that's a good artist. Okay, when you can brush over something and there's no texture, it's fantastic. But you know what? I don't care. I'm doing it my way. Plus, we want to be able to have you be able to do it at home, okay? Shout out to Mallory Abreu again for my red lipstick. I don't know if it's lasting. In between takes, I didn't put on another coating, but it doesn't last. Okay, so we're gonna finish off where we left, or start where we finished off, okay? Where we last finished off. I am gonna put a little bit more of a yellowy cake kind of thing. It's gonna look like the white is hitting, the light is hitting, okay? So you can see how I mixed up in the corner. And these trays, by the way, you can get at the Family Dollar. I love the Family Dollar, I really do. Every time I go to work at school, everybody's like, where does Dawn go to lunch? And I'm like, oh, you want to know where I go? Family Dollar. And they're like, that's where you have lunch, Family Dollar? I'm like, oh, yeah. They have the whole aisle is like food. Then they've got a whole aisle of like frozen stuff. I've got a microwave at school. I can do whatever I want. It's so great. Everybody's like, oh, I went to Island Boulevard, or I went to Caribbean. I'm like, I went to Family Dollar. So I'm going to take this yellow, and I'm just going to lighten up some of these cakes, okay? You can tell right when I hit the thing, it's just making it look like the light's hitting it. That's all, okay? Doesn't have to be perfect, don't worry. If you want to glob it on, go for it. Because, you know, if you glob it on, okay, now I'll show you how I'm doing that. Just a little, see? It just lightens it up. It looks like the light is actually hitting my cake, okay? If you have any globs, leave them. They're great. Love the globs. I've decided to put these paper towels on my new Talbot's jeans. Yeah, I saw Chelsea Handler at TikTok. Oh. She said, I'm sorry for making fun of mom jeans. So I went out and bought a lot of them, and then she was trying on the mom jeans, and they looked great. I was like, I don't know who she is, though. No, Chelsea Handler. I don't know. I get her mixed up with that lady Ann that everybody hates. Democrats don't like Ann. I forgot her name, Ann something. They hate her. I don't know if I like her really, but I don't know. I don't know. I like everybody. But you know, when you're talking opinions kind of thing, like if you agree with them on certain stuff. Okay, so I'm doing that. And then we're gonna get to that, that whipped cream bag soon. But I'm gonna do it at the very end, probably when he says we have like 10 minutes left. And see, that's the beauty of working down here at Nutmeg TV. Fantastic talent here. And they know how to do that stuff. It's not easy, you know what I mean? Putting 2 films together and making, you know, editing everything, dumb thing I said. They don't edit it they don't edit that many things because I don't swear. Yeah. I mean, I have. Yeah, the kids were saying to me at school the other day, he called me the swear word. I said, what? Which one? And they said it was the bad one that I'm not allowed to say, that's for sure. I said, oh no, honey, I'm not allowed to say that one, so I don't really know. I don't know if it's a swear word, honey. All I know is I ain't saying it. So anyway, I'm putting up these, yeah, I'm just very honest with the kids, and they love me. Oh my God. Some of the adults, they're like, ooh, Dawn. I'm like, what? They're kids, they're not dumb. Kidding me? They're hilarious. And very good at art. So I'm putting in those tin things, so it's gonna look really good. And Rich is gonna get it. I mean, I don't know. We were gonna do like a fishing scene on this episode. I'm sure he's thinking, I want that fish. But I'm like, I gotta finish this one. Plus, I give these all away. I love it. People say, why? I go, are you kidding me? There was a guy visiting from, I don't know, Ohio, some town I've never heard of. I haven't seen him in ages. I'm like, Sonny, where do you live now? He's like, oh, Toledo, Ohio, or whatever. I'm thinking to myself, I don't think I have any paintings in Ohio. Here, take one. Give one to your friend. Really, Dawn? Yes, please. That means my work is hanging now in Ohio. And you know, if you know my work, you can recognize one of them, yeah. Not always, but someone can say, oh, is that a Dawn or a Nolan Lombardi or whatever the heck dumb marketing I did back in the day. But, you know, I figured if I was a guy, I would make more money because, you know, guys make more money in my, my field, right? So, like, instead of transgendering, I thought I would just change the, you know, the Nolan Lombardi sounds it. And I'm just joking here because I'm all girl. But I love the new, I love it. I love that people are able to express themselves, come out different ways that you never thought possible, really. And it's very refreshing, especially to young people. You know, I don't know. Some people think I'm crazy. But, I mean, I just think it's kind of neat, you know, how many different genders and all this stuff. Lots of new things the kids tell me from school. You know, I don't get the they, them, us, she, the, and then they explain it to me in a really neat way, you know, that I'm just like, oh, okay. Not that I care. I never would. I'm from Northampton, Massachusetts. Come on. We weren't raised that way out there. So we're getting close to trying to use the bag, okay? I'm almost there. I'm gonna glob on some more red, okay, because I want it to look super shiny. And when you see my paints here, look how shiny they look. So shiny. I mean, so shiny. They're almost like just glaring at you. So when they look wet, that's when they look nice and shiny. So I'm just gonna get a big glob, okay, and I'm gonna put that there, but I'm leaving part of the cherry white, okay? And I don't know if it's a cherry. If it's a raspberry, just add something a little bit darker, okay? You can put in a darker red. Red and blue makes purple, so if you added a little blue into the red, you could actually make it look like it's a raspberry instead of a cherry, because I don't really know what it is. A lot of stuff I go into Mazzucatos and I don't know what it is. Yeah, so speaking of that Frank Mazzucato kid, Jesus, that's crazy. Imagine being 18 years old, getting a $4 million bonus. Jesus. It's not even his salary. And then you get to move out and buy $1 million home if you really wanted to. He probably has cool parents that'll help him through all this. But that's cool, Frank. Congratulations, Frank Mazzucato. Plus, these Italians usually aren't these big people. So I got a little jealous. I'm like, oh, Italian? Jesus. How did he do that? We're usually small people. Not always. My neighbor, Rich, he's tall. He's Chinese. I don't know if he's 100. I think he is, yeah. Tall. I'm talking like 6'4". I don't know. I could be wrong. But see, people have different things, different stereotypes that can be broken at one instant. One instant can be broken. You know? Okay, so we're gonna start by maybe doing our whipped cream, okay? I'm not sure yet. I might do a little bit of a white background, but I don't have a lot of white. So in order to do the bag, okay, I'll put this here so you can kind of see it next to the other one, okay? You can kind of see it there, yeah. Okay, and we're gonna fill up the bag really slow, okay, because it's gonna take a while. Now, it came with a whole bunch of them. As you can see, okay, a whole bunch of different tops. You can pick which one you want. Oh no, it's the same one. So it's sort of like a starburst looking thing, okay? And again, I mean, these things, you can do lots of things with these, okay? Remember the one with George Bush? My friend drew it. George Bush was on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine, sitting in a corner. I'm a big fan of George Bush, by the way. Anyway, and he's a good painter. Anyway, he's sitting in the corner with a dunce hat on his head. And my friend Bob Grossman drew the picture. Just look it up, robertgrossman.com. It's crazy. They're gonna do a documentary on Robert. I just love him, I mean, really. He's was a great dad and a great guy, and he was a political cartoonist, so he made fun of anybody that they told him to make fun of, and he drew the picture. So I need a ton of white, okay? And like I said, I'm never prepared. Sometimes, I mean, I'm prepared for my job and stuff like that at work, and this is like somewhat my job, but I don't want people to feel like, you know, I've got it all together and everything's always perfect, and you know, Dawn, oh, she has everything all ready. I did go to Joann's Fabric and bought the pastry bags, but I always forget something, okay? So what I did forget is I gave all my little cute Hartford kids all of my personal paint because we're on a budget. And that's what teachers do. P.S. If you are a teacher, you know that you use a lot of your money and a lot of your time, and you get so close to these kids that you really don't give a rat's behind if you use your own material or your own money. So I'm known to bring candy a lot. They all want the candy. So I've got this acrylic here. I don't have enough left. There's no way I have enough to fill that bag. Maybe, let me just check, okay? It's so fun being with you all here. Yeah, I went and spent a fortune on my hair, and I gotta go back to Gino at the gallery. I spent a fortune, and I won't even tell you. Oh, I do have enough, okay. So I just put it onto this thing here, the white. So what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna try to scrape it off and put it back into my pastry bag. I'm gonna mix acrylic paint with oil paint. Not a good idea, don't do it. I think I'm gonna do it though, because I don't think I have enough acrylic, but let's try, okay? So we're gonna try to, you can tell my back is bothering me again. It's so painful. I feel so bad for people that have constant chronic pain. It's pretty bad. And I'm not a pill popper, so I don't like that stuff. But sometimes, you know, the steroids, all this stuff I was on, it's just like, you know, it just makes you sick thinking about it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna shove this white into the pastry bag, okay? So I'm gonna try to take what I already have. If I had tape, I would tape right over this so it can't get through, but I don't have tape. What I could do is grab some of this extra wrap here that was from something else, and I can kind of put it over the tip so that it won't get on my hand, okay? Because it might shoot out, okay? I don't want that happening. I could also do it with a paper towel, sorry. Okay, so we're gonna cover that up so it doesn't shoot out at me. I would imagine doing tape over it so that it doesn't come out, okay? And you are just gonna put all the paint that you can right into this bag, okay? And you know, when you're watching a cooking show, remember Julia Child, she'd put something in the oven like it was raw, and she'd be like, ah, bon appetit, it's ready. And she'd have another one that would come out at the same time. They probably do that in the cooking shows here. Well, I didn't do that. That's because I'm me, you know. Okay, so we're gonna try this, and I don't have any scissors, which I should have brought, but that's all right. Okay, I'm gonna dump the paint into here. Okay? As much of it you can. Don't worry about wasting. We don't care. We need frosting, okay? And we need a lot of it. So it looks like I've emptied out this one. Okay, that one's done. Now, sorry, itchy. Now I'm gonna empty out this one. This is watercolor. People are like, you're mixing watercolors with acrylic, Dawn? Yes, okay? It's all water-based, so it's pretty much, if it's water-based, that means it mixes with water. You know when you spill oil outside in the driveway and then it rains and it mixes and then everybody knows that you basically polluted the earth? Yeah, when it turns into a rainbow. Oh. It happened once. I was oil painting and I had my big can of oil turpentine in the driveway, and then it rained. And Tony left for work, and he's like, oh, nice, Dawn. There's rainbows everywhere. And I'm like, oh, it's going into the street. He's like, yeah, so everybody knows that you polluted the earth. I'm like, I didn't know it was gonna rain and go on. I mean, I didn't know. So that's the last time that happened. Whoops, I made a mistake, hold on. And this is kind of fun when you're learning this because this is messy. People think, like, is she crazy? I'm like, yes. I mean, this is really, really messy stuff. I even put some glue in here, thinking, like, I wonder what the glue would do if it mixed up with the paint. I don't know. I might use it because I might not have enough paint. Okay. So let's see if I have enough, at least to just decorate one of them. Okay. So you're going to push all this paint down. Hard to do with one hand. Oh, speaking of one hand, that masseuse. At times, she was using one hand. Yeah, I paid, what, 85 bucks for an hour massage? And I swear to God, she was using her phone with the other hand. I'm not kidding. I wanted to like whip around and catch her, but that would be embarrassing. Okay, so it's already coming all over the place. It's getting everywhere. So I kind of messed up. So let's try it, okay? I'm gonna put it here. It's everywhere. Very messy. So again, this is not, you know, this is kind of worth it when you charge a lot for these paintings because it's very messy. So I'm gonna try to frost one. Now, again, I used oil paint on this one. This one I'm using acrylic. So if it starts to down, you know, if the whole thing backfires and it's a total bust, I'm gonna fill another bag, okay, because I have plenty over here. I'm gonna fill another one with oil paint only. I wonder what that is. And I'm gonna do it with oil paint. Okay, so let's try it with the acrylic. Here we go. I'm gonna try to just decorate. No, it's not working. Well, maybe. You need a lot of it. Oh, it's working. Let me show you. Okay, I don't want it to drip. Okay, but it's working, okay? So you're just gonna decorate that. At the very end of the painting, we will zoom in so that you can see how great it looks, okay? So it's working. The only thing is half of my paint is on the table, but I'm gonna do it, okay? Because you don't need a ton. And it's gonna look real, okay? It's gonna look real. Let me show you, hold on, other camera. Let me show you, okay? Totally glopped on. Wait a minute, there you go. See, from the side view, you can see it. It's higher than the other one, okay? If it's dripping, don't worry, okay? And again, if you use oil paint, it might be a better painting because I never did one of these in acrylics, I don't think. You need a ton of white, okay? And the acrylic will dry very fast, so there's no waiting around like the other one, okay? Okay, that one looks fine. I'm gonna leave it. Let me show you. This one looks great. Totally looks real, okay? Okay? Yeah, I was telling everybody on that last episode, you know, I'm hooked on the TikTok. Oh, I love it. I like the animal ones when they show animals. They're so cute. And then, you know, you got a lot of people with no clothes on. I mean, basically a lot. I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy, okay? I'm gonna see if I have any more acrylic just to throw in here. Otherwise, I'm gonna do the rest of them in oil. The only thing that means Rich is gonna have to wait like a long time before it dries. So let's see if I can dig up some more white, okay? And I might, okay? So we're gonna do that. Get some more white in here because we got 3 more to go, 3 more cupcakes. See, you gotta tape that up. I'll show you exactly what I mean, okay? It got all over here. Another thing I could try to do is pour it on, okay? And then try to put the, I'm gonna pour it on. I don't know if it's gonna work. They're all just gonna be different this time, that's all. I'm pouring it on now. It all went onto my paper towel. So I've decided that instead of wasting the paint, I'm gonna pour it on here, okay? And that's good. And I'm very excited about all these kids in my neighborhood doing so good. And my son, oh my God, he's doing great. He's actually flipping houses. Well, not him, but this guy that's flipping houses is actually hiring, I can't believe it, See, they sneak up and they say 5 minutes, and I'm like, what? I gotta finish this thing. Yeah, so my son is renovating. This great guy in Unionville is doing over a house. I won't tell you where, but it's somewhere near Sanford and Holly. And he comes home. I just finished my kitchen. Just paid a guy. Great job, by the way. I just paid him how to do it. My son comes in the other day. He's like, yeah, I did a backsplash today. I'm like, what? In a kitchen? Yeah, Mom. Just like ours. I'm like, what? Then the other day, he polished floors. Then on another day, he did siding. It's like, he works at a restaurant too, but he doesn't, you know, he loves the people there and everything, but he's like totally loves renovating better. So this is just a great thing that this guy is doing for my kid, because you all know I wanted my kids to go to trade school, and that, you know, they're just like, Mom, college. I'm like, oh my God, you've got a parent that's begging you to go to trade school and you don't want to go? Are you out of your mind? Most people are all college. And I'm not one of those, you know? But we don't care. My kids can do what they want, because that's why I got nice kids. They're very easy, and I'm lucky. Okay, so I'm frosting this last one. It's nothing like the one that I have in front of me, but I'm gonna make it look great. So just give me a minute. I'm gonna squirt it right on there. Forget the pastry bag now, because it's just gonna be too messy. And I'm just gonna use maybe a knife to get this on here. And it's gonna look great, okay? Let me show you. Just squeezing it right out of the tube this time. See it on the top? But that's when it looks great, okay? So I'm gonna squeeze some more on. Now, if I cut off in the middle of the closing, because we probably have about 2 minutes left, thank you so much for tuning into the Crack of Dawn. We are having a ball. Anybody that wants to fix my hair, well, I know Pauline can. I think it's at Heritage. I'll have to tell you about her. She's from Ireland. She did my daughter's hair for free. I'm like, oh my God. So nice. She's like, no, honey. We love your daughter. I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me? This is so nice. So we're just gonna put that on there, okay? And it's gonna look real, okay? As real as we can get it to look, okay? And then I'll see you on the next show. Hopefully it'll be coachy. We're gonna talk some hockey, okay? You know me, I don't know a lot about hockey, but you know, it could be a lot of fun. Doing some hockey talk. We're gonna talk about the Tampa Bay Lightning. I guess now we got Tom Brady winning the Tampa Bay. We got Buccaneers. Now we gotta get the baseball Devil Rays to win. And then we'll have the shutout, what do you call it? The sweep, I don't know what it's called. I'm gonna go back in with my brush, okay? And I'm just gonna do this while we're closing up here. Okay, and it's gonna look gorgeous. I'm just frosting it up with my brush now. It's gonna look gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, oops. Don't want that to get on that. Did we finish? And we have 1 minute left, so I'm so excited that you're all tuning in. It's getting very messy at this point, and I don't want to wreck our new studio at Nutmeg. It's just gorgeous here. I'm just finishing off with my brush, which was not planned, but I'm doing it anyway. And this is gonna look literally real when he puts it on the wall, okay? And this is a great present for anybody, okay? I'll put these on YouTube and stuff so that you can see, okay? And thank you so much for tuning in to the Crack of Dawn. I'll see you next time. We'll have a guest. We're gonna go back to Christina's, okay? Well, Popover Girl. Oh, can you believe how fun that was? And she cooks, yeah. And I don't like that show sometimes with her because she looks so much better than I do, but just wait. She's gonna help me. She's gonna give me like some tips on what to wear, you know, all that stuff. She can fix my hair. She's got all these little tips that we do. So I'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in. I love it.